Slappy Dragon here with just sort of another random video, because that seems to be all I'm really capable of putting out lately, or most of the time. I don't know, and it can be hard to just balance trying to get these things done and being crazy busy at work sometimes, and sometimes I'm not crazy busy at work, I'm just sleeping. That happens. Sometimes you spend half of your year so busy you sleep the other half of the year. I'm like a bear, and that just went completely out of my hands. Anyway, I have an initial stuff I'm going to talk about, and then who knows, I may tack on some like little updates for like costuming stuff I'm doing or whatever, just so, I don't know, just so it can be out there and something. I don't know. Some of you guys possibly find my babbling entertaining, so there's that. So I went to Toys R Us recently because, you know, as you do, and I saw this. I saw this reusable tote, and I actually use these for groceries when I remember. Sometimes I forget them, but I'm actually pretty good about remembering to put them in my truck and then take them in and like actually get my groceries in them. And it's Sumo Sumo, which is how I hear it's pronounced in Japan, and as a huge weeb, I'm gonna pronounce it the way the Japanese pronounce it. So, Sumo Sumo. So I got this awesome cute bag for, well, I mean, it's just it's a tote bag, it's for whatever, but I'm actually probably genuinely gonna put it in. I have, at Publix for a while, they had Marvel ones, so I have Thor and Black Widow and also Hawkeye. And then I have a Little Mermaid one that I bought at Toys R Us years ago. And I just recently bought one of the 4th of July Publix bags. Oh, you can tell I'm from the South because I freaking love Publix. Anyway, they had all the 4th of July ones, and I have the one with the like bursting fireworks and stars and stuff, which I didn't know glowed in the dark until literally it was in my kitchen and the lights were off in my kitchen and it was glowing in the dark, and I was like, ah! I was super excited about it. Anyway, I also, since I bought the bag, I went on a trip where these two things were the only things I bought, but because I decided to buy the bag, I went, oh, well, I might as well buy a blind pack too. So this is a Sumo Sumo Series 2 blind pack, and we'll see what I get. Series 2 features Ariel, being my favorite Disney princess, so obviously that is the one that I want. But there's not really a bad choice with these. They're all so freaking cute. Right, I can do this. I cannot do this. I don't know why I ever sit down to do a video where I know I'm going to open a blind bag and I just don't bring the scissors over near me. All right. So, I have, by random happenstance, got the little alien from Toy Story. I said you can't go wrong. It is cute, but I'm actually not that big of a fan of the Toy Story aliens, and they're like everywhere. Not everywhere, but they always put them in like all the stuff, and I'm just like, man, I get that it was a character from the movies, but I'm being texted. Like, but I don't care for them that much. There are cuter things. So its little display thing comes in all of these pieces, apparently. So, not for small children. But does the hook go on him? Okay. Does the hook go on him or in the thing? Okay, it goes in the thing. There's, everything clicks together. So the little, oh, no, nothing clicks together at all. It's a lie. This is really not gonna stay together well. What the fuck? Oh. Like, the toys are fine. They're like, and it's like, these are made out of like nice plastics. It's not like they're shitty plastics or anything. But, this build doesn't want to stay together. But it's the claw machine. The claw, or whatever. You can kind of like, see? Dang. Okay. Little glue will hold that together forever. Anyway, you like stuff him up in the claw, and then, is this supposed to be a base that works? I don't know, theoretically, this should fit on this base. And, like, he goes on it pretty well. But, I don't exactly see how this is supposed to go together, or if it's just supposed to sit hazardously stacked, because sumu being the Japanese word for stacking, or it's Japanese and it has something to do with stacking, and that's why they're the stackable plush toys and other toys. Or they're called sumu because they stack one way or the other. It's clever branding. So I guess it's just supposed to sort of sit on top of there, perilously stacked, like I think I said 5 seconds ago. Anyway, that's pretty cute. I will have to continue to buy more because I really want Ariel, and actually the Series 2 features the pink Stitch named Angel. And she is super cute. I mean, she's just literally pink Stitch. So I want that one too. But yeah, there's an abundance of cute things. And then recently, I was gonna talk about recently I bought also at Toys R Us, but actually on a different day than I bought these things, but I scoped it out the first day. I bought a game called Cat Tower to play with my boyfriend, because it's a game where like the cards are, it's like cardstock cards and they're cats, and you fold them and you like stack them. They're like table shaped and you stack cats, literally. And I was like, no, I have to have the cat stacking game. And so I bought it and made my boyfriend play with me. He's a very good sport about, here, play this stupid cat game with me. Okay. But yeah, it was fun. That's my review of it. It's fun. You stack cats. We had to, the rules in the rule book didn't, like, we played a version strictly by the rule book rules, and it went a little too fast for us as just 2 players. So we play it like, we go off rules a little bit, make amendments, just because it was just the 2 of us, and a lot of the time it'll probably be just the 2 of us. So we were like, let's change that up a little bit so that the game just lasts a little bit longer. Yeah, so like, when you knock the tower over, it says to only take like a 2-card penalty. But we just go, nope, everything you knocked off the tower, put it in your hand. And then we actually end up with games that last for a little while, that feel more satisfying in our opinion. Oh, something else I saw when I was at Toys R Us, they have Sumu Sumu Mancala. And I got so excited for a second because I was like, oh, look at this, like, because the little, like, rocks are little Sumu Sumus. And then there's, like, pegs on the end instead of just the dish, the wider dish. There's, like, pegs. And so when you, like, get them, you stack them because it's Sumu Sumu Mancala. And I'm like, oh, that's so cute. But it was like $17, and I was like, excuse you? Mancala's not even that fun in the first place. And they're like just one solid colored plastic. Like they're not like detail painted or anything. And I'm like, so if I bought that, I would want to like do the detail painting because I'd be like, rah, rah, rah. I probably wouldn't end up doing it, but I would always intend to. And then like, I don't know, I would almost never play it because I don't find Mancala to be that fun. I played it a lot in elementary school. I don't know if that's like something every kid goes through, but when I was in elementary school, it was like a huge fad to play it, and like the regular game was like too boring for most kids, so we all played this version called Around the World Munchies, and I don't even remember, but it was basically a version of this game where the first person to go, so long as they knew which move to make, their turn would last forever and they would be almost guaranteed to win. Like there was no way if you did the first move right in Around the World Munchies Mancala to not win if you went first. So that could get like stupid annoying. And then just the regular version is, I think, slow for kids that age sometimes, so like it wasn't exciting for us if we didn't do it that way, and it also wasn't exciting for me if we did it that way, because it just didn't, I was like, yeah, you go first, you're gonna make the move, and then what's the point? But you know, kids are, it was just like every time it was like game time and like after school care, it was like, we're playing Mancala, and I was like, okay, I guess. Like, it's either that or sit around watching other kids playing Mancala. Like, those are your two choices. You can be the kid playing Mancala, or you can be the kid sitting around watching the kids play Mancala until it's your turn. Or if you don't take a turn, you can just be the kid sitting there watching forever. So yeah, so if it was priced cheaper, I probably would have bought it anyway, despite not really having a desire to play a whole lot of Mancala. Just because it's super cute. It's Sumu Sumu Mancala! But at the price tag, I just couldn't do it. And the other thing we thought about buying, and I think we're still probably gonna buy it at some point, is I wasn't previously aware of this version of Jenga. It's probably not that new, but the like earthquake or quake Jenga quake, it's got the like vibrating base, so that like basically at the point at which your tower has like lost most of its structural integrity anyway, when this thing randomly goes off, somebody's gonna lose by chance and not by anything they're really doing. I mean, I guess it just goes off randomly, so like even if it's like within the first move, if you like screw around too long and it goes off, like you could have your finger halfway in there and like it could scare you or whatever, and I guess you could knock it over at that point too. But it looks really interesting, and then there's always, you know, is it classic yet to do this? Because it's been like a Pinterest thing forever. But like writing dares on, like, I think there actually used to be a Truth or Dare Jenga, like the official Truth or Dare Jenga, but like writing like dares or goofy drinking game rules or whatever on the Jenga blocks. Like, I'm like, those two things combined, a Jenga game that's you're intending to play drunk or play as a drinking game, and the longer you keep playing the game, the like more that vibrating bass is gonna get you, I think. But it seems like fun. So we've thought about that. But yeah, it was funny because the second day when I went in to actually get the game I had decided on, to get Cat Tower, my boyfriend went with me, and we actually dicked around in Toys R Us for an hour and a half looking at board games in Toys R Us. Like, they're like more mature / adult board game section is not extensive. Not by a long shot. I mean, they have some pretty like standard things, and I mean, some of these are not like adult only or anything. They're just the more complex for like older players, not for tiny children. Is what I mean. But because they have like the Catan and the Carcassonne, which, you know, if your kid's old enough to like understand how the game works, Carcassonne's not a kid's game. But it's pretty it's a pretty mature like level of understanding, so not like for kids. And like they have the like Duel of the Planeswalkers or whatever, Magic the Gathering Duel of the Planeswalkers board game, not video game, which looks interesting and was much cheaper than I would expect something like that to be, but we didn't go with it just because I wanted the Cat Tower. What else did we like linger on? Was there we actually, some of the like kids like brain games and stuff, or brain games, the like learning game toys are actually, they look really interesting and like at least fun for adults, if not challenging to adults. Like there's the one that's like the like stackable marble maze stuff, which I don't know how much of like an actual board game aspect to that there is at all, or if it's just a playing toy, really, because I didn't look at it too hard, because I've known about this thing and I've like wanted one for like ever, and like my boyfriend picks it up and he's like, hey, this looks cool, and I'm like, oh my god, I have always wanted one of those. And by like always, I mean like since I was 12, so I don't even know if I was older than the target age range or not, but just, yeah, just one of those ones that has the like stacking towers and like the pieces that the marble goes through. Mastermind looks different than it used to. I looked at, we were going through and I saw Mastermind and it was like, they redesigned the look of that, because that is not the way that game looked when I was a kid. Nothing wrong. Like, I'm not like, oh no, everything's changing. I was just like, huh, I'm that old now. Like, the board games I used to play look different. Not just Candyland. And apparently there are two versions of Candyland now. There's like the anime version, and then the version that's not the original version, but not dissimilar from the original version either. So it's like, I mean, you could just have like Candyland Classic and then the new anime thing. They probably have Candyland Classic somewhere, maybe, maybe not. But I like the little anime version because it's cute, like the little gumdrop princess. The original artwork when I was a kid, sorry, my cat is up here. The original artwork of like the Gumdrop Princess or whatever, I never liked her, but I always loved the Snow Queen. She was always so pretty to me. But now, like, all of the characters are pretty because they're Animus. I have been talking way too long, apparently. Yeah. I think that's my Candyland story is where I'm gonna end this. because it seems like I've been talking for a little too long. Alright, bye guys, see you next time.